Did you know that some weight loss medications can be used for years? But what about semaglutide? Let's find out. Hi, I'm Dr. Carter with Modern Body Clinic, and we are weight loss experts. And today we're going to talk about semaglutide, how long you can use it, and weight loss maintenance. Could a weekly shot be the key to your weight loss goals? Semaglutide is what's called a GLP-1 receptor agonist, or we can just call it GLP-1 for short. They've been around for a while, and semaglutide is one of the latest medications in that class. And they work by a few different ways. One is they are going to decrease your appetite. And one of the ways it does that is it's directly going to act on the brain to decrease your appetite. Another thing it does is it slows down the rate of food leaving your stomach. What that's going to do is affect how full you get and how quickly. The slower food leaves your stomach, the quicker you're going to get full, and also how long you stay full. So you'll stay full for longer. If you think about, let's say on average, the food leaves your stomach in somewhere to 20 to 40 minutes. Semaglutide, it might be from an hour to 4 hours. So that'll definitely going to impact the next time you want to eat. Another thing it does is slows down your GI tract. And again, that is going to impact how quickly you feel full again. Another thing semaglutide is going to do is going to enhance your insulin secretion. What that means is whenever you eat a meal, you're going to increase more insulin in response to the glucose in it. The effect of that is that your sugar will not go as high and it will not be elevated as long. And so putting that together is going to really decrease how much is going to be stored as fat. So that's how it works. A lot of people wonder, can you really see significant results in a few months, 3 to 6 months? Definitely. In our clinic, we see people routinely get a 10% weight loss in that time frame. It's certainly possible to see results. What happens when you stay on semaglutide for years? Well, I'm glad you asked. Turns out there is some data on that. Semaglutide specifically, the longest trial is about 2 years. And so over that 2 years, people did maintain their weight loss over that time. And they also had other benefits, including particularly people who had diabetes or hemoglobin A1C was lower. And that is essentially a measure of your blood sugar for the last few months. They had that benefit. There also seemed to be some cardiovascular benefits even at a shorter time period. Now, there are not really a lot of studies that go beyond 2 years. And if you want to know longer than that, we have to look at other medications in this GLP-1 class. Another one is liraglutide. They do have studies that are longer. In fact, there was one for 5 years. They were looking specifically at cardiovascular benefits and definitely saw that. They definitely saw that people had benefits in regards to heart disease and stroke. Those benefits there. Also, we saw some benefit with the kidneys as well. In regards to weight loss, those people did sustain the majority of their weight over that 5-year period. And people did not have any real significant outcomes around. They were surprising. And over that time period, people did not really have any ill effects. There was no concerns of cancer. And thyroid is a concern, theoretically. Did not see any increased incidence of that at all. Nor did we see any other real concerns. There is another GLP-1, actually older, called exenatide. And that one, they did a study looking back 8 years. Definitely a much longer study. Again, looking at cardiovascular benefits. So did demonstrate that there. They did see that people had less incidence of heart issues or stroke. There were no concerns, but also weight loss. Most people maintain their weight loss even over that longer time period. And again, there were no adverse concerns. No one developed any malignancies or anything else that might be a concern over that extended period. You've reached your weight loss goal. Now what? We'll talk about some strategies to lasting success. Globally, there's a few things you want to think about once you've hit your weight loss goal. But one of those things is consistency. We want to maintain those healthy habits that hopefully that we've developed. 2, we want to make sure that diet and exercise is part of the mix. And also we want to make sure that we are flexible. Life happens, usually for a short period of time, but we do have to adjust sometimes. In regards to diet, I think in fact the short of it is that we want to really eat foods that are not processed, really whole foods, avoid any processed foods, but that's not to say never have them. If 80% of what you're eating is whole foods, you'll be in good shape. Other thing with with that is I really suggest people, for myself as well, prioritizing protein is going to help with satiation. It's going to help with maintaining muscle and help preventing muscle loss, and that will help your metabolism. But also it will help with making sure you stay full. You actually burn more calories digesting protein than carbohydrates or fat. The other thing around diet is be mindful of what you're eating. If you're really paying attention, then both to what you're eating, but also how your body responds to foods, that will help with maintenance as well. Now, what about diet and exercise? Well, yeah, exercise is going to be vitally important. I think the strength of exercise is more in maintaining weight than losing it. A number of studies have shown that. We do want to do something that is sustainable. With exercise, we want to make sure that we're doing something that we enjoy, because you want to do this for an indefinite period of time, whether that be something as simple as walking, riding a bike, cycling, playing basketball, tennis, something that is just going to create movement in your life. Now, weight training will help maintain muscle mass or even develop it. That will help with maintaining your weight, but also there's many other benefits from maintaining muscle mass and strength. Now, how much exercise do you need to do? If you ask the American Heart Association, or they're going to say 150 minutes per week of moderate activity or 75 minutes per week of strenuous activity. And that strenuous activity would be something like basketball, jogging, or sprints, something that's more intense as opposed to walking, jogging. These are more light activities. Those are from research. People who are exercising 50 minutes per week of moderate activity are able to maintain their weight easier. Another area to really make sure we're paying attention to is our behavior and psychology. One of those things is really setting your environment up to make it easier for you to maintain this new weight you're at. And what that means is whether it's home, office, kind of wherever your environment is, most of the time, you want to make sure that there's not things there that are really going to derail your success. Environment is super important. And not having foods that you crave all the time, easily accessible, but also that applies to people as well. You might have heard the saying that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Well, that's true for weight loss, and it's also true for smoking too, but you do want to be around people who share the same health habits you do or want to aspire to. Along with that is something that's super helpful is just tracking, whether that's just checking your weight once a week or every day. I used to be dead set against people checking their weight daily, but I changed my mind because there's data that is helpful for weight maintenance and without people become overly obsessed on a specific number. But I think weighing yourself is something easy to do, but obviously you can pay attention to how your clothes are fitting. If you're noticing that you have to let out the belt buckle, one extra one, that's a sign that maybe you're going in the wrong direction for your goals. All right, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, or if you haven't already. Remember, you can comment below if you have challenges on weight loss or you have questions. In fact, if you are needing a little extra help, we have a free mini course below on how to lose weight without starving. Otherwise, stay healthy. If you want to hang around longer, check out one of these videos on semaglutide.